Wave 3 of Operation Rat has begun. From here, the Crucis Lancers will divide and conquer a number of systems, securing our grip of the Tikhonov commonality. The second and third Crucis Lancers' next assignment is to take the world of Tigress. Boasting one of the highest standards of living and well-educated populaces in all of the Capellan Confederation, Tigress has acted as a cultural center and brain trust of the Capellan state for centuries. Bringing Tigress to heel will consolidate the Federated Sun's might throughout the Terran corridor, and further secure our hold of vital jump ship routes into the Lyran Commonwealth. Its conquest will also rob House Liao of a major population center containing some of the Capellan state's brightest minds and wealthiest families, hampering the Confederation for generations. Given the system's wealth and nobility, House Liao has stationed significant defenses on Tigress. With only 2nd and 3rd battalions assigned to this invasion, we should expect to encounter stiff resistance to our occupation, as we will not be able to rely on the same amount of support that we received on Tikhonov. But always remember, the Lancers have already done what not even the Star League could do. We took the unconquerable world of Tikhonov. Compared to that, there is nothing that Tigress can throw at us that we haven't already faced before.
Hello everybody, welcome back to MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, where today we are continuing on with the Legend of the Kestrel Lancers DLC. The date is now December 23rd, with 2 days before Christmas, 3028, and we've arrived at Tigress for the second of 2 planetary campaigns, where we're going to be fighting alongside the Crucis Lancers as part of Operation Rat, the Federated Sun's conquest of the Capellan Confederation. I wish there was a way to bring up the star map so I could show you exactly where we are, but it's not an option. Oh, look, I can MacGyver my way around the restrictions here and bring it up. I don't think I can travel anywhere. No, it's prohibited. But look, okay, so as part of Phase 2 of Rat, the Crucis Lancers moved on Tikhonov, and now as part of Phase 3, we have progressed to Tigress. But attacks are taking place all over the place, all up and down the border. Dozens and dozens of full regimental combat teams, so that's hundreds of regiments, are moving en masse into the Capellan Confederation. I talked about Operation Galahad in a prior episode. The first one of those took place in 3026. We actually participated in part of it down at Avigate here back in 3026. Another one happened in 3027. And as I said at the time, the response from the neighbors was quite hostile. They didn't like all these units moving around. But after nothing happened the first 2 times, despite all the kind of signals being sent suggesting that there was about to be an imminent invasion, they kind of let their guard down a little bit. And so when the Federated Suns announced that there was going to be yet another Operation Galahad around about August, September in 3028, nobody really prepared quite as well as they should have. And they, Hansa Davian took full advantage of that, as did the Crucis Lancers, and crashed into the side of the Capellan Confederation. Meanwhile, up here, the Lyran Commonwealth conducted Operation Thor in 3027, and then was scheduled to do another one in 3028, but of course that kind of war games, those maneuvers, turned into Operation Go to Damarung. So at the same time we're down here, the Lyran Commonwealth is pushing in a spinward direction into the Draconis Combine. We don't have any news, I don't think, but we do have a Cantina mission, and I think I might even have... maybe I don't actually. You know what, let's check what we do have. That's the wrong thing to be checking. Where are my spitters? Oh, I've got a D and a V, but alas, not a K. That's unfortunate. And unlikely to get one as well, since we're fighting Capellans here and not House Curita. But what I can do is actually take these. This is going to be a little bit awkward, but I'm going to drop one Cantina mission, probably the Stalkers, because that's unlikely to make any progress very quickly. And then... excuse me a second, this is going to take a moment, but if I just accept and then immediately drop it again, the reason I'll do this is because at the end of our first mission here, it will generate a whole new number of Cantina missions to fill the empty slots, which I can kind of force here, if that makes sense. Where were we? How frustrating that it's asking for that one specific spider we don't have. I've got so many mechs in cold storage, and I just don't seem to be getting the right kind of cantina missions to get any of them completed. Yeah, no news. Oktoberfest, we read that one prior to our jump here. It's still, what, are we 4 or 5 months into the invasion by this point? Started on August 20th of 3028. So that is 4 months. Yeah, let's have a look. I think all our work is done, apart from our own Stalker, actually. We started this before we even began the DLC. Fahad has been slaving away, trying to get it online. But we have this Cataphract to play with as well now. I forgot about that. We're going to be bringing it into the first mission. Speaking of, actually, just before we go there, as I said previously, each planet that you go to as part of our priority transmission has a set mech market. So let's investigate and see what we've got here. Well, we've got the standard archer, a random assassin, that's not very exciting. A battle master here, we could buy ourselves one of these. We've already got a hero mech variant of it. Wow, even a black knight here. Not another of the cataphracts we've got. A C1 catapult, this is a good selection of mechs. Centurion and a cyclops. Grasshopper 5H, a Jaeger mech, a Marik variant of the Marauder. We haven't seen any variants of the Marauder so far. We've seen plenty of the standard copies, at least a dozen times. What is even different about this one? Oh, I see, it drops the PPCs for large lasers. Of course it does, because Marik has a real shortage of PPCs. I always think there's somewhat of a contradiction there where we're told the Free Worlds League has very limited PPC manufacturing capabilities, and yet the Awesome, a mech with 3 of them, is somewhat synonymous with their faction. So I guess that's where they're putting 90% of their particle projection cannons into. Right, there was also a K. This was just a standard draw, you can tell, just because it's got some armor. In fact, this rare assassin might have been as well. I have no way of knowing. So is this spider. The Thunderbolt SS, so it's the Steiner variant, standard Warhammer, and a standard Wolfhound as well. A brand new mech, only launched a couple months ago. We saw one with the Crucis Lancers in the first mission we did. I would like to have one myself, but we have our rules against not buying anything, and we're going to stick with that. In fact, I'm curious if these guys are...
We'll be waiting in the ready room, Commander.
Okay. I don't think any of these guys are fixed like the mech market is. I think it's just random every time. And we're certainly not going to buy any of them either. Right. First mission then of Tigress. Let's have a look at what Jackson Davian is telling us here. Kestrel Lancers. We're about to make planetfall onto Tigress. Aerospace sweeps of our targeted LZs show no opposing forces waiting for us. From what the reconnaissance has shown, mech and vehicle forces are currently stationed just outside the largest population centres. It appears that the Capellan defenders will allow us to land on Tigress uncontested. Oh, I just remembered something I picked up in that opening cutscene. They're still referring to the Crucis Lancers regiments as battalions. So the 2nd and 3rd Crucis Lancers RCTs, that's like 20 regiments, are called the 2nd and 3rd Battalion. Anyway, let's see. We believe that they are holding these defensive positions anticipating a blitzkrieg similar to our attack on Tikhonov, but that will not be our strategy this time. Unlike Tikhonov, that had major population centers scattered across the planet, Tigress's primary center of power rests in a concentrated cluster of multiple cities and townships called... oh my goodness, called this combination of consonants and vowels, the 4 cities. To control Tigress, we only need to neutralize the 4 cities to bring it under our control. To do this, the Kestrel Lancers will be dropping 40 clicks north of the city behind a small but dense forest called Eulor's Grove. Our sister unit, the 3rd Crucis Lancers, will be landing east of the 4 cities at the base of the Granite Fields Mountains. Both battalions, again, it's not battalions, regiments. It's an RCT, it's even bigger than that. This is like less than a tenth of the forces. Both battalions will regroup at our planned forward operating bases and then move to initiate a coordinated pincer strike against the 4 cities. Before we can move against the 4 cities, both regiments of Crucis Lancers, there we go, they've tripled in size now, must secure forward operating bases to prepare for our eventual pincer attack. Our FOB will be located within Eulor's Grove. Once planetside, you are to advance along the nav point route until you reach our planned location for the FOB and clear out any potential hostiles that may be occupying its location. Provided the Capellan defenders maintain their defensive positions, we should be able to secure our FOB with only marginal enemy resistance expected. Good luck, everyone. Thanks, Jackson. Okay, it's a less than 1 day mission. We're in a jungle swamp. Our objective is to secure a site for our forward operating base while the planet's defenders are hanging back defending Tigress's primary population center. Advance along the nav point route to our planned FOB site and clear out any enemies that may be scouting our forces. Eulaw's Grove is very dense, so if you do engage enemy forces, expect fairly close quarters combat. Helpful advice there. We can max out our limited C-bills and salvage shares, and then a little bit of damage coverage. I guess having higher reputation with Davian is kind of unnecessary. It's only giving us damage coverage when we're already hit the limit here. So it's not the end of the world that we're only +2. I think we were up to +5 in the early game, but then consistently working for Liao and Kurita, I think dropped us down the order a bit. Okay, so where are we? I will stick to these two here. I want to use out the new cataphract. We need to cut some tons. We can do that by putting you in the Crusader here. Is there any mech that gives you a chance of... Well, I guess it's this thing with the 2 machine guns, though the odds are basically 0. And you've got better missiles, so you can have the catapult, and you've got slightly better energy, so you can have the thunderbolt. And here's our team. We're all kitted out in the appropriate paint scheme. The only thing missing is me checking the weapon groups. Ooh, I don't like this. Hang on, let's see where's where. Right torso is the AC. Right arm. Okay, I think I know how I'm going to do this then. It's got... The medium lasers are kind of mirrored on both arms and side torsos. So I'm going to go to weapons groups. Have these all on 1. Left click. PPC in the right arm on right click. AC on the thumb button. And that should work for me. Okay. Let's get going then. First mission on Tigress.
The fulcrum of power on Tigress is a heavy concentration of the system's populace, clustered around a number of townships and cities known locally as Suga Changxi, the 4 cities. We've made planetfall 40 clicks north of our main objective, shielded by a small but dense forest known as Eulaw's Grove.
Okay.
While the 3rd has made planetfall in the Granite Field Mountains to the east of our objective. We are each set to advance on the city from both directions and attempt a pincer attack to claim the 4 cities. Tread carefully. While Tigress is not the fortress world that Tikhonov was, we will not have the luxury of having the full might of all 8 Lancer regiments on our side. For this campaign, it's just us and the 3rd, so watch each other's backs and don't do anything reckless.
2 RCTs to conquer a planet of 2 or 3 billion people. Let's see how we get on. Suga Changxi, he said. Try and remember that.
Mio intelligence reports Warrior House Hiritsu and Kerr intruders have been stationed on Tigress for years with direct support from Laurel's Legion, a mercenary battalion with direct ties to the ruling family of Tigress. Beyond that, we have no intel on if those units are stationed here at full strength or only have a handful of battalions stationed here on garrison duty. So our best estimates range from 1 to 3 regiments worth of hostiles in system.
Got it.
That's quite a range, sir. All the more reason to tread carefully, MechWarrior. Continue to follow the marked nav point route to our planned encampment site. Once we've set up a foothold within the system, we'll send out recon squads to see what is what.
Okay then, blue team here has another cataphract captured from the factories on Tikhonov and immediately pressed into service with House Davian. It was a great boon for the Federated Suns taking that world. Look at these like swamp creatures, cabbages.
Could be the Liao scouting our formations.
We heard a couple units mentioned by name there. One of the warrior houses, Hiritsu, who Actually, they underperform quite badly in the fourth succession war, if memory serves. We'll try not to underestimate them here, though.
I have multiple heavy contacts lighting up across the board. IFF identifies them as Kerr's intruders, Liao's premier
Raven ahead.
regiment. All Lancers, weapons free.
We'll get them.
Somewhere in this undergrowth is the Raven.
Amazing, Commander.
There it goes.
That's even going critical.
Hostile
Looks like those
Blackjack
Ravens
over there.
scouting our forces, but screening the intruders' numbers.
Oh, this thing's...
Davian serial codes on these hostiles.
The Confederation lost much of their domestic assault mech production back in the second succession war. Kerr's intruders makes up for that by fielding large amounts of Davian salvage. Just focus on their IFF signatures.
Come on, he's
Easier said
cracked.
than done with all of its sensor jamming.
Oh, I'm so close to overheating. There we go. Thank you, Catapult.
Destroyed. Target acquired. Critical.
Watch my heat here.
Tango eliminated.
There we go. Cataphract's almost lost his arm. Atlas is fine. Blackjack's fine. Hunchback's okay. Survive the ambush. Well, we all did. I don't know why it's a secondary objective. Yeah, Kerr's Intruders is one of the Cabal and Confederation Armed Forces have been destroyed and rebuilt so many times. They're very irregular in their formations. Kerr's Intruders, just one of the many so-called reserves, which is basically, despite what the name might suggest, a frontline unit within the CCAF. But because they are a nation that has been on the defensive for centuries, since the end of the Second Succession War, early Third Succession War, they organized all of their larger brigades in quite an ad hoc fashion and refer to them as reserves. So we would be against the Tikhonov reserves now, which I assume Kerr's Intruders are part of, but they might have been sent north from the Sana reserves, I'm not sure. Oh, I see something moving in the background.
Someone take those Ravens out.
Ravens are down.
Target charger.
Oh, so now take it back. There's another one here, and there was a charger in the distance too.
Target acquired.
And it's one of the larger, more dangerous models.
What the hell? A charger just chewed through my torso with a large bore autocannon.
Let's...
That must be one of those new variants whipped up by Hellspawn Industries. Focus on taking them down quickly. Those are carrying more than just pop-cap lasers and can be quite lethal up close.
Yeah.
Approach them with caution.
The game can't seem to decide whether it's Hellespont or Hellspont, and I don't know enough to be able to correct it one way or the other. These are the jamming Ravens here. They're dead now.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Headshot. Heads open. Let's duck down a little bit here.
Deep critical.
Come on, take that head. Nice. Well done, blue team. You got him there.
Acquired.
Clipped his arm. His side torso is open. Watch my heat.
Critical.
Get that arm off. I think that's where his AC was located. Yeah, okay. Nice one. Ooh, that cataphract.
We are not out of this fight. Keep on them, Lancers.
Blue team's point man has seen better days. I guess that was supposed to be the intended first encounter with the Charger, but we had a very rare spawn up in Kuridentek. Wow, yeah, this cataphract is going straight back to the scrap heap. Barely a month or two old, and already just trashed. Almost beyond repair. Still got an AC 10, but I doubt it'll be firing much. Yeah, like I was saying, so thanks to the Concord of Captain, a rare handful of those new charges were sent to Haskurita. We happened to come across one. I think it's a rare spawn at most, if not very rare. And then we managed to salvage it beyond that. So we've had one in our arsenal for a long while. In theory, we could have come across a cataphract in that same way. I'm kind of glad we didn't. I've said a few times that I did a kind of what was supposed to be a recording of this playthrough of this game starting at the end of August, and I got a cataphract in 3025, which kind of felt somewhat strange. Through that rear armor, come on.
Target destroyed.
Another blackjack ahead.
Target
Turn your back,
acquired.
blackjack. Oh, I don't know why I fired the PPC there. I'm gonna duck away here and let my team. Nice.
Target destroyed.
He's got a
Target
friend.
blackjack.
Ooh, just clipped his leg. Take that arm off, it's exposed. I'm gonna duck away just to let my heat come down a bit here.
Heat critical. Target
He's gone.
destroyed.
10 AC-10 rounds left. That's a little bit lower than I realized. You're still good. Somehow you're alive. My team is perfect. Where's the catapult? I take it back. The catapult seems to draw a lot of attention to himself. That was not the first time we've scanned him. Hang on, we only killed 3 enemies here. 2 blackjacks and a raven. Is there a 4th member of that lance going around? Potentially. It was a bad time to take a sip of rum. Deal with him. Surprise! I'm in the water here, so I can just blast him.
Target destroyed.
We had these fed rats dead to rights. What's going on out there?
We're turning this around. One final push should be all we need.
Hang in there, Cataphract. Poured myself a glass of Cuba Libre to get me through today's episode. As you do, I'm still in the holiday spirit. Let's go. Hang on, what do we got? Another Raven 1X over here. I just saw a very large tree go down as well in that direction, so I'm going to wheel backwards a little bit until blue team catches up. Missiles away from the Crusader. Come with me, Thunderbolt. I don't want to get overrun here, and we've got friendlies we can exploit. Repairs are going to need to be done.
Target acquired.
Cataphract down there. Locust on the left. Team on me.
Formation, Commander.
Hunchback. Oh, this is a disco back here. Someone corrected me about calling them swaybacks. Apparently there's... These are 2 very different sized... Oh, it's a raven and a locust. I thought I was looking at 2 locusts.
Target acquired.
1 down. I'm gonna pick this guy off. He's just given up over there. Did he shut down? What happened? There he goes.
Target destroyed.
Right,
Target
where was I?
acquired.
Killing a raven.
Depleted.
That mech is about to go critical. Nice shot, Commander.
Oh, there's something... I didn't even spot this guy.
All guns on shared target.
Arm off. Let's get in the water and cool.
I'm no good here. Time to punch out.
There goes the... I think they're Cataphract. He's going to take my arm off here. Thankfully, it's not the arm that has the PPC.
Target destroyed.
Retreat to lab point, Zeta, and link up with House Heritage forces.
Nice.
Finish off whatever stragglers you can find, but let the rest of them go. The 3rd is counting on us to be in position for our joint assault. We need to save our manpower for the fight ahead.
That was...
Continue along to the marked nav points. We still need to reach and secure our forward operating base.
Got it. Think we're done here. Just got to reach this marker. Atlas is on his way. Atlas did a lot of work for us in that final fight just by holding up
Great work,
that
Commander.
Cataphract.
We took a beating, but crippling Kerr's intruders takes a Key Liao assault battalion off the board. You've provided a great service to House Davian this day. This should make our engagements with the elite warrior house troops easier.
Good, good. That went well. I'm impressed by the Cataphract. I didn't know what to expect from it coming into this mission. I must have piloted one. I have piloted one in the past, but I didn't leave too much of an impression. But that was pretty positive. It ran out of ammo, but then I didn't have any reservations about firing that AC-10 into everything I came across. So yeah, it was good. I have a feeling it's going to be a shorter episode today. I'm already a third of the way through it. I think part of what made the last one so long is I had a bunch of setup to do before I even get us started on Tigress. What have we got? Nothing good, unfortunately. We'll take a Phoenix Hawk, because I think I've only got a Kobold to get. And I'll take an EW active probe, so I've got 2 of each, because sometimes Cantina missions will ask for those. And the rest is junk anyway. That was rough, but we did some serious damage to the intruders. I think there was only 1 mech in our arsenal there, the blue team one, that couldn't be easily put back into service after some repairs done to armor. Let's get a Sipret, then get to setting up our FOB. How? How could you let these Fedrat whelps get the better of you? That must be Hiritsu saying that to the Kurz intruders. Simple enough. That's all it took to take down a whole battalion, apparently. Although who can know what this game means by battalion at this point? That could have been a battalion representing a single lance. Yeah, it was good. I don't think we took anything too much troubling. The Crusader didn't take a single hit. It's still December 23rd. And we've got a whole fresh batch of these. Collect the Spider 5K. Okay. I don't have one. Okay, whatever. I've got the others, but not that one that it seems to want. I've maybe got... I don't have chemical lasers, they're pretty rare. I don't kill enough, and I don't salvage enough P variants of mechs. Kill 10 javelins I might actually have a chance of getting, so again, I'm going to drop something. I didn't kill any Eeyores, but they're pretty common, so... Maybe I drop the 25 harassers? Let's have a look. Yeah, War Dog's already like our highest one, essentially, alongside Equipment Collector. So let's have a look and see if we've got those small lasers to sell. The chemical lasers. Small chem lasers. No, we don't. Our only single one we've got is a tier 5. How did that happen? I have no idea. So instead, let's drop the harassers that we've made 0 progress with. And again, we're going to go through these just so we get a fresh batch to review at the end of this next mission. It's a little bit time consuming, but whatever. I'm not ready for that yet. Okay, we may actually kill some Javs. And we need to get some repairs done, but I think it's a very simple case. You don't even have anything in that arm, do you? Maybe a heatsink. Oh, you had a medium laser, but it didn't get destroyed, so... Repair it all. Hang on. I've got a Phoenix Hawk I need to trash first. Did I have a spare Phoenix Hawk? No, I didn't, so I was right to get that one. What was the other option? It was like a Blackjack, which I'm pretty sure I've got one, yeah. Okay. Repair all these mechs. Simples. How long have we got until the next mission? I don't know. Here we go. Marshal Jackson Davian. Lancers. Fantastic work demolishing Kurz intruders. Crushing a premier Liao assault command is no easy feat for even the best mech regiments out there. Our success is a testament to all of your hard work and training throughout the past year. A successful ambush like that could have utterly destroyed us, but even with our significant losses, everyone should be proud that they rose to the challenge and fought off oblivion together. Sounds like it went much worse for other lances elsewhere in that swamp. Unfortunately, our brothers and sisters in the 3rd were not so fortunate. Their battalion, RCT, have been held close to their drop zone by relentless assaults from Warrior House, Hiritsu, and Laurel's Legion. I forgot that that was mentioned in one of the dialogue there. So we had a news report about Laurel's Legion right at the beginning of the game. Way back in 3014, 3015 it was. It's a mercenary command, all women, led by a former member of the Northwind Highlanders. Quite a strong group. I think they're veteran rated at this stage in history. And to make matters worse, their Mio liaisons believe that both units are massing their forces with the remaining survivors of Kurz intruders to make a play at overrunning their position. This is an acronym I've always wondered if people in universe say as Mio or anything else like that. And to hear Jackson Davian, I know this is a game, but yeah, say it aloud. I think I might start referring to the MWIO as Mio going forwards. Marshal Pedroza believes that the 3rd still has the manpower to hold the line on their own, leaving our main objective, I've already forgotten what it was, Suge Chongshi or something like that, open for assault. We have an opportunity to take the city with minimal bloodshed, while the 3rd holds their line. So once Liao commits to their attack, that will be our signal to move against our objective. Commander, your forces are in better shape than the rest of the battalion, so you will spearhead an assault against a centralized power plant whose fusion generators power the entire region. Blacking out the region's power will put pressure on Mandrisa Laurel to surrender the planet without further bloodshed. So this is, the relative of the commander of Laurel's Legion. And Mandrisa, so planets, typically powerful planets within the Capellan Confederation, are led by a Mandarin or Mandrisa, I guess. I've never heard that title before, the feminine variant of it. The remaining Lancers will run a support role on this operation, securing the perimeter to prevent hostile reinforcements. Good luck. So we're going to be delving into a city. It's an environment I think we've only fought in once before during the Call to Arms DLC, Mega City. And again, it's less than 1 day, but I think we have a little time to work on things before beginning. Liao forces are moving to assault the 3rd Crucis Lancers, leaving an opening for us to attack our main objective. While the 3rd draw enemy hostile forces, we will make a play against the 4 cities. Commander, my forces will blockade the city while you focus on your primary objective. We'll be targeting the region's central power plant in the central part of the city. Prepare your forces for urban combat. Can do. Simples. Okay, mission starts in 30 days, so everything is going to be fully repaired. We don't need to do anything else in that time. We can trade up though. Maybe a either a 70 tonner here, a second 70 tonner, or going for a 75 tonner ourselves. Because I dropped everything below 65 tons. Because it just didn't make sense to have anymore. The Marauder, you know what? I actually prefer the Cataphract to the Marauder. I'm not the best person for managing heat. This thing is undertonned because it's missing an X. So maybe I stick it out with the Cataphract. I can't think of a better option. This is going to be too much, isn't it? So yeah, okay. Cataphract 2 missions in a row. It was a good mech though, so I'm not unhappy with that. You know what I'll do actually? You need ballistics, so you're actually going to take the Cataphract. I'm going to take my old friend, the Crusader, because it is one of my favorites. Sorry, Catapult, you're also much loved, but Crusader, it's been a while. So we're 5 tons under, but this shouldn't be a problem for us. Let's begin. Yeah, and hang on. I just remembered something. We skipped forward some time. Was there any news? There was not. Then we are ready to begin. Provided, yeah, we already saw. I don't know why that Raven unlocked in our sticker book so soon, because I didn't see one anywhere. And there wasn't. Usually when something like that happens, it's because we're running for our lives. Thanks, Freeman. And we miss it.
You're clear to make your play.
Roger,
Okay, well, not that one then.
Okay, Commander. Our brothers in the 3rd Crucis are now defending a Liao counter.
Why did that not lock on?
While they hold Confederation forces at bay, we're clear to make
Oh my goodness me.
4 cities. The region is dependent on a number of large fusion generators that power the entirety of the grid from a centralized power plant. In order to minimize civilian casualties, we want your Lance to move quickly and neutralize these generators. Make your way to the marked nav point and destroy all the marked generators. My forces will move to blockade the city and draw out existing defenders.
Got it.
Good luck, Commander.
Something don't sit right with me. Won't taking out the fusion generators just lead to more suffering for these people?
Fahad, you're in the wrong line of work.
It's our most humane option. Our hope is to avoid the potential bloodshed of
Can I get a lock this time, please?
descending into the city to defend it. By having a single Lance take out the generators, we're hopeful that Mandrisa Laurel will surrender her world to prevent more bloodshed.
Treb. Good, just tagged him there. Come on, step back. I don't really want to be in an LRM fight with a Treb because he matches me Ah, the building. Fahad, close your eyes. Don't look. We've got a light over here. I'm going central. Oh, I did the same thing twice in a row. Well, I hope they evacuated that building beforehand.
Acquired.
Come to me, team.
Commander, on your 6. Looking fine too, don't mind me saying.
I was hoping to go central here to avoid getting stuck in the buildings. Nice little snapshot with those SRMs there. What side is he going? Is he going through the middle?
New target
Here he is.
handled.
He's lost his.
Enemy mech eliminated.
Yeah, my thinking was if I went around the edges, there's a greater number of high-rises, skyscrapers around there, and so it makes my life more difficult. Oh, this is a 4X. So this is another prototype Raven. This one, after being a little disappointed by the performance of the EW suite, they just swapped it for a traditional loadout, SRM6 and 2 medium lasers. That Treb's still skulking around over there. I'm gonna destroy him like this. I'm gonna try. Let's move right.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Fresh missiles?
You can never
Yep,
have too much ammunition.
good.
Reforming on you, Commander.
Yeah, this was more the environment I was hoping for. Wide open sight lines for my LRMs.
Acquired.
Oh, finally, he returns fire. That'll be his last. Oh, no, he's gonna live. For one more salvo.
Target destroyed.
Pushing out.
Let's move in. I think my team should be good there.
Targeted battle mech in the area.
Herb over there. We can make short work of him. Oh, we've got a second, potentially a second Arab. Yes, it is. I need to kill at least one of these, if not two, so this will work out well for me. Don't overheat. What are you doing on that roof? I'm going to switch target because that one's already lost his AC-20.
Target acquired.
Jenner, close range. Watch my heat.
Stay together.
Finish him, team. Nice.
Target destroyed. System offline.
Did shut myself down there. There, I saw another light mech on the opposite side too.
Copy. We're on it, sir.
Make it this one.
Critical.
He's gone.
Destroyed.
Target received. Engaging.
Critical.
Wow, this thing really chews through its ammo, and I very nearly overheated there. Oh, come on. That catapult will get him this time. Apparently not. He's got...
Power plants, Commander. Let's get to work.
Didn't realize I was sitting just outside the marker.
That's one down. Now on to the next. Jackson, House Aritsu and Legion mech forces have broken through our lines. We need help immediately.
Hang in there, Pedroza.
Damn it. Jesse, I'm rerouting our heavy battalion to assist. They should be at your location in 15 minutes. Try to hold out till then. Commander, I need to break our blockade to help the 3rd, so be advised. Enemy reinforcements may break through.
Okay. Where's our objective? Is it inside this
Once
building?
you've found the targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery
Yes.
procedure.
Punch my way through this wall and into this building.
Always good to restock on ammo. Marshal Davian, this is 3rd Cruises Command. Infantry from
Hang on,
Tigress
we've got
Pt.2 have broken into
hostiles
the
in our rear.
and are attacking our command
Oh,
centers.
it's a hero
Resistance, but we can't
Firestorm.
do it alone. Requesting 2nd Lancers unit.
There's a hero fire starter here.
Jesse, our forces are already
Oh wait, no,
committed to
the
our
legs,
assault
the
on
legs.
cities. Deviating from the mission plan could throw the entire attack
The
into
legs,
disarray.
guys.
Request
Damn it.
denied.
Hostile mech down.
Assassin.
I forgot there's some hero mechs spawning in Kestrel Lancers.
Critical. Target destroyed.
Okay, let's finish destroying this base.
Critical.
Try not to get wedged anywhere. I actually need to change view. I can see a bit easier here.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Heat critical. System offline.
Okay, misjudged that.
My command center. It's been hit by heavy autocannon fire. Heavy infantry raided our headquarters shortly afterwards. They got our MIIO code books.
No! God damn it all! If the Maskedovka decrypt those codebooks, it could completely compromise Operation Rat.
Don't panic.
2nd, Galax armor. Tied down. Marshal Davian. Jackson. I'm sorry.
Marshal Petrosa! Jesse! Shit, we've lost comms. Commander, I'm rerouting to support the 3rd.
We got hostiles.
I'm appointing you operational commander of this mission. Finish this, then fall back to our position.
Understood, Marshal. Good hunting.
Leave it to Davian dogs to threaten innocent people's livelihood in order to take what is theirs. We'll make you regret attacking our home planet.
All targets destroyed.
Okay,
Cruises Lancers, fall back to your designated exfil sites.
we can evacuate.
To regroup at Marshal Davion's position.
Try not to punch our guy in the back. Keep moving, team.
I can't get there, Commander.
This way now, then.
Relocating to requested.
I don't know what spawns, but I don't want them to hang around and fight.
Here we go.
I saw at least one red heavy.
We're moving.
New target.
It was an archer.
Grid received. Moving out.
Okay, team. Should not have fired at them. Oh, it's a Marauder L there.
Forming on the commander.
Team on me.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
New target. Mirage.
Fight him, fight him. He's way too close.
Firing.
I'll run.
We'll be sure to put that ammo to good use.
Crush these militia tanks. Hang in there, team. Kill the Marauder if you can. I'm getting a spotty signal on him.
Share target identified.
I'm not convinced all my guys are even
We
firing.
got it, Commander. Load up, and then let's get to Marshal Davion's position.
Okay, my team was all good. My team was fine. Yeah, I missed my chance on that Firestorm there. I'll read the bio for it, and it's alright. It's not the end of the world that we didn't get one. Let's have a look. What do I want? I'm pretty sure I've got herbs. Do I have a spare assassin to cash in? I'm not sure that I do, so I'll take that. Why not? And then I'll take these in case we need to cash in 10 of those. We might need a machine gun tier 0, so I'm just getting the ones I got least of, just in case Cantina missions ask for them. We've taken out the power station, Commander. Now let's get back and regroup with Marshal Davian. You cowards. That power station was purely a civilian structure. Tigress will never bend the knee to you or your first prince. I wouldn't be so sure of that. So was that House Hiritsu coming in at the end there? They become one of the characters, I forget his name, is it Aris Sung, becomes a protagonist from one of the later novels, far decades after the full succession will take place. Yeah, you know what? Crusader, as ever, a great mech. The damage stat is a little bit misleading because it spreads its damage over such a wide area. It doesn't kill as quickly, so it has time to increase its damage stat. But whatever. We managed to kill urban mechs. That's good. We didn't get anything for it, unfortunately, but maybe we will have something here. Collect 3 javelins. I might actually be able to do that. Collect 2 autocannon, 20 tier 4. Let's check and see if I've got those. Autocannon 20 tier 4s. Didn't I have a Cantina mission that asked for... No, I've only got 1. Well, these 2 are identical. Why are they... Oh, no, it's different tiers. How many did I need? Was it just 2? Because I may have one on a mech I can strip off. I'm not ready for you. Yeah. How many javs do I have currently in storage? None? Really? I kill them all the time, but obviously I've not prioritized salvage. Ooh, okay, that's unfortunate. Let's get repairs done before we do anything else. Repair all. Apparently, we've got 15 days until the next mission. 9 days until the next mission. So not everything will be ready. The assassin, that's what. Okay, where is that? Thank you, game, because I didn't want that anyway. 2 assassins. Right, there we go. That's more like it. And we saw some new mechs, the 4X, the Firestorm, and the 3L. Let's check out the story with the Firestorm. If I can find it. Here it is. Yes, okay. While battle damage prevents us from gathering any info on its previous MechWarrior, we do know that Firestorm was once affiliated with the former Solaris 7 Gladiator group that went to by the name Capellan Mafia. Along with Philip Capet and an urban mech, this mech unsuccessfully attempted to assassinate the infamous Justin Xiang in the title fight for the 3027 Solaris 7 Championship. We actually read a news article about this. I think the urban mech was called Street Sweeper. Something like that. Don't know how it ended up here, within the Capellan Confederation. Also, it's called the Capellan Mafia, but wasn't Justin Xiang, he's Capellan aligned, and I think Philip Capet was a Federated Sons aligned MechWarrior. Maybe this is the Capellan March, the region of space, if I can show you, is kind of this area here. A lot of it former Capellan Confederation systems that have been conquered by the Federated Sons' outward expansion over the years. Okay, I need to think a little bit about this. Do I have a mech that has an AC-20? I've got loads. Let's have a quick look at some of them. Victor, you don't have a tier 4. The Charger definitely doesn't. You've got a tier 5. The King Crab doesn't have a tier 4. Okay, so I don't have that. And I'm unlikely, very unlikely to get another one. Just randomly. So... I need this, really. More than the others, more than anything else. Let's do the same trick again, just to... hang on, I actually need to take it, don't I?
I will be waiting in the ready room, Commander.
Thanks. You can wait there. I already forgotten what it was I just picked up. This one. Is there something I want to drop instead, to be honest? We haven't killed any Egos yet. No, we will drop this one. I wouldn't want to get rid of those AC-20s anyway, to be honest. Which one of these do I want to prioritize? Manacles are slow to kill, and I have a chance of getting some javelins with some salvage. I'm going to risk it and This could take so long to get, though. Let's take that. And I have a feeling I'm gonna regret it, but I will drop it straight away. Igor's will kill quicker, and then we'll take the Javs. And then I may drop that straight away after the next mission, depending on how many we salvage them. We've got nothing to read there. No news either, but we maybe will do in a couple of days. Let's check out what Marshal Davian is saying. Lancers, I won't mince words. We are in a nightmare scenario. House Hiritsu's elite commandos were able to raid Marshal Pedrosa's command center and get away with her battalion's encrypted Ministry of Information, Intelligence and Operations codebooks. So each of the warrior houses within Capellan Confederation, there's 8 of them. The first came about at the start of the Third Succession War, and then I think 3 more formed over the next century and a half, and then when Maximilian Liao, the Chancellor, may he live forever, took power, he created another 4 to offset the power of the CCAF colonels who had just helped him stage a coup against his father. So he's constantly balancing the 2 different military factions against each other, so neither can seize power or remove him. And then furthermore, he has a 3rd faction which is personally loyal to the Chancellor, the Death Commandos too, which we read a news report about being involved on Stein's Folly. So warrior house, though, if I remember correctly, it's either 2 battalions or it's 2 battalions of mechs plus 2 more of infantry, elite foot infantry. Commandos, as the briefing here says. So yeah, it's some of the best foot infantry anywhere in the Inner Sphere belong to these fanatical troops of the warrior houses. Like I said, Hiritsu did not do so well. They were somewhat disgraced by their failures in the Fourth Succession War, although here they have proven themselves quite effective, and it took decades for them to earn the trust of the subsequent Capellan chancellors, re-earn that trust. If decrypted, House Liao will be able to decode House Davian wideband comm chatter and any transmissions sent into any Comstar facility on occupied planetary networks. Of course, Comstar being a neutral faction, they were, even during the campaigns to conquer these worlds, they were transmitting messages on behalf of both Davian and Liao, although, as we will see later in this DLC, there was a little bit of a falling out that will come a bit later on. The entire security of Operation Rat could be in jeopardy. Our MWIO liaison believes that the encrypted codebook data packets are now in the hands of the Maskirovka, the Capellan State Intelligence Service. Our spies have reported that since the start of the war, the Maskirovka have been struggling to keep up and verify the flood of reports and information pouring into Cyan every day. That's their capital. The head of the Maskirovka crisis team, Justin Xiang, is said to have instigated rules requiring local and regional verification of any new intelligence data before being forwarded to Cyan to ensure that verified critical intel to the capital isn't buried by a mountain of minor unverified reports. That sounds like sound logic to me, and potentially to you. This is a name, of course, we've heard. Justin Xiang, the son of Quintus Allard, the head of the MWIO, is now in charge of this crisis team, very highly placed within the Maskirovka, after killing all those mech warriors on Solaris 7 and earning a brutal reputation for himself. He was headhunted by, I've forgotten his name. I want to say it was Sheng. I can't recall, but a Maskirovka agent on Solaris, who recruited him to come and work for the Capellan state. The downside of this, though, is not everything. It can take time for information to make its way back to Cyan. At least they know what they're hearing is true and verified reports, but things aren't flowing perhaps quite as quickly as they might otherwise be, and we're going to take advantage of that fact here. Because of this, our MWIO liaison believes that the codebooks will stay on Tigress until they are decoded or verified by some other means, which means that there is still hope that we can still intercept the Third Crucis's stolen codebooks before they are allowed to transmit them to Cyan. Commander, we cannot allow these codebooks to get off-world. Once we identify the location of the Maskirovka, we will need to act swiftly and eliminate any data relay satellites that can transmit the codebook data packs to a jump ship or Comstar. I'll need your unit to be ready at a moment's notice the second we identify where they are holding the codebooks. Prepare your lance for rapid deployment the moment we can verify the facility that is housing the codebooks. Unfortunately, I will not be able to commit additional forces to reinforce you for this mission, Commander. The Kestrel Lancer's primary objective of bringing the system into the fold has not changed, and for now, House Hiritsu and Laurel's Legion still maintain control of Tigress. I'm trusting that you and Rihanna are the only ones capable of getting this done without much support from the rest of the Second Crucis. Don't let us down now, Commander. So Kerr's intruders may have been defeated, but these two were still at large, and if memory serves, we might see this in the end briefing of this planet's campaign. Laurel's Legion ends up left holding the bag, so to speak, when House Hiritsu decides, you know what, it's time to skedaddle, and they basically throw these to the wolves, the mercenaries. And they're not best pleased, especially when the Capellan state starts lambasting their performance, even though they fought pretty well, and so ultimately Laurel's Legion changes employer and goes to work for the Federated Suns, but that doesn't happen for another couple years. Let's take on the mission here. The security of Operation Rat is in jeopardy. We can't give the Maskirovka time to get those codebooks off planet. Commander, we've identified the spies agency's local infrastructure and have marked a number of satellite relays that they could use to broadcast the data. Destroy the marked arrays quickly before they can decrypt our codebooks. Okay, we have some urgency here. So going to be a quick mission. And we have an extra little bit of damage coverage. I don't think we've come close to using it so far. These missions are a little bit easier than some of the other ones we've done recently. In fact, what does it even say? No, it doesn't say where the difficulty is. Maybe I missed it already, but it's 275 tons, and we were used to doing 400 ton missions. Okay, this is how we're going to do it then. The mission starts in 9 days. I'm going to do this. We've got another 10 tons to play with. I will quickly check and see if... no, there's nothing there, but news, still nothing. So no news for this episode, I don't think. And then now it comes down to what do we want to bring into this mission. You still need ballistics, so maybe I can swap this for an 80-tonner. Sorry, Cataphract. I did like that mech, but already we need to think about Fenstrom's skills, and this charger is a better pick for you to get that up. The AC-20, I think, gives you better odds. You know, maybe it doesn't, to be honest. Maybe we swap you for the Marauder. Because the AC-10, you're firing at a little further range. More odds of hitting something and killing something rather than the PPC or what have you. Oh no, it's that's got the PPC. Whatever, we'll go with the Charger. We'll use their own mech against them. I love the way our team looks in this Crucis Lancer's camo. I'm tempted to keep it long term. Nothing wrong with the other look, but yeah, this is... they all look very smart. Well, I can't believe it, but we're already getting through this then. Yeah, last mission of Tigress. This one's been a breeze. Bit of a presumptive thing to say when we haven't finished yet. Alright, what are we dealing with?
Commander, it's of the utmost importance that you stop the Maskirovka from decrypting
We're
those
moving.
codebooks. With them, they can decrypt our reports and significantly stifle Operation Rat security, putting not just our lives, but all Federated Suns forces at risk.
Got it.
Our MEO liaison has relayed the locations of known Maskirovka relay stations in the system's capital of Jianfeng. We need them destroyed ASAP before they decode and transmit the data to Comstar. They'll know what we're up to the second we start taking down their relay stations. So timing is of the utmost importance in this mission, Commander. Good luck.
Got it. We have some urgency. We need to destroy the satellite dishes. And I see one in the distance over there. There's a little bit of lag here I'm getting. Hope that wasn't too bad on the video. I didn't want to go into the jungle particularly. This low building environment here with better sight lines is better for me, but I didn't expect them to come from that direction.
We'll get them.
That range I should have been using my short range ones, not the LRMs. I deliberately did that. He was cord red armor. I wanted to bring him down fast.
New target.
Firing on the commander's request.
Oh, hang on, I'm twisted. Just let my heat come down. I can't even see him amongst these trees.
Clean kill,
There he goes.
Commander. That mech
Sorry,
is
Catapult.
about to crit.
Oh, I'm still getting a low frame rate here. Is it the city? Yeah, it doesn't seem so bad when I look this direction.
Target destroyed.
Destroyed one of our relay stations. They must be after their code books. We need to complete the decryption.
Hostiles.
Shadow.
Shadow.
Set up an active line to every presenter wall. Once the decryption is complete, send the package out to Comstar immediately.
Is that Davin? Got another light mech on the left. I got a blackjack in the distance. I could make it out. Two light mechs moving in now.
Confirmed, Commander.
It's a spider.
Moving on target.
Watch my heat.
Target
It's a Jano now.
We're on your
I'm gonna deal with the blackjack. Watch my heat. Don't fire twice here. I'll overheat. Come on, guys. Kill that Jenna. I'll try and keep this blackjack away from your red armor.
Mech destroyed.
Turn around, Charger. You're getting shredded. I'm gonna fire SRMs. I'm gonna shut myself down deliberately to get his front armor again. Oh, that was unnecessary. Charger got him.
system offline.
Incoming.
Target acquired.
I got it.
Nice work, team. And have my team just march here. I'll go and kill the satellite dishes in this direction. Charger, I think, was getting picked apart there. Yeah, rear armor was exposed. It's alright. Yeah, the performance on this map is quite choppy. I've never had any issues apart from that one electrical base that all went up in blue flashes. Everything else seems fine up until now. Is that explosive? I think it's you I'm destroying.
Target acquired. Target
Oh!
destroyed.
I've wandered into something here. Team regroup on me.
On your six.
There's enemy mechs in this
Looking fine,
direction.
too, don't mind me
Phoenix
saying.
Hawk.
New target Phoenix Hawk. Target destroyed.
And yeah, blackjack in the distance as well.
Lance target confirmed. Firing.
Target acquired.
Take that large laser arm off. He's going to come down on my head, but his chest is going to be open. Oh god, what a way to go.
Target acquired.
Kill this idiot. Watch my heat. Thank you, Catapult, for blocking. I'm getting flanked. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot that was not aimed up enough.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Hostile tank.
Heat critical. Target
Get in the water
destroyed.
here.
Target acquired.
I didn't expect, after we came around the edge there, I thought any mechs in this swamp area would have come towards us already.
Target destroyed.
Sounds like they're calling in the cavalry, Commander. Let's hurry it up here.
We're moving.
We just lost another relay station. How are we doing on that decryption? Tell me, Presenter, are we standing by and waiting on our delivery? We are running out of time.
This explosive. Let's avoid that.
There's no time left. Begin forwarding the entire encrypted package to Comstar now. We cannot risk the codes returning to Federate hands.
I guess those satellites are non-operational.
We need to stop those transmissions before they complete their handoff. Get this job done now.
Going as quick as I can. Oh, that was too high. I thought the missiles would drop off.
Target destroyed. Ammo depleted.
Oh, didn't expect to run out of SRMs.
Target
One
acquired.
of our assigned targets is flying in.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Oh, I've got no firepower left in this thing at this range. Oh, I totally forgot I got machine guns this whole time as well.
Target acquired.
Oh wait, machine guns are actually good at destroying things with no armor.
Yes, you Federates are too late. The package is in the hands of Comstar. Your illegal annexation of Capellan territory ends now.
All right, Commander. Fall back. The Lancers will soon be able to spare a mech company to deal with this rabble later. Return to base and we'll plan our next moves.
I don't know where the Hiritsu mechs got to. They never even made it here on time. We went from not having destroyed very many to destroying all of them in the space of like 3 minutes there. That's friendly. Time to leave. Well, Tigress was a breeze. We're already onto the final planet. The next one does have twice as many missions, and they're quite a bit more challenging. But yeah, I can't believe how quickly we've got through this phase of the DLC.
Prepping
No
for
sweat.
extraction now, Commander. We'll see what Marshal Davion has planned for us once we relink with the rest of the Lancers.
Damage was minimal again. We can go straight into the next one. I mean, months will pass before we get there. I like the naivety of the commander there, the Liao commander, thinking that by cracking this Mio codebook, that the capture of maybe, another world might be halted. He doesn't realize just how big the full succession war is going to be. We're still in the very, very early stages of what's going to be a relentless tidal wave that sweeps over the whole core end of the Capellan Confederation. It's not just going to be a handful of planets. It's going to be dozens and dozens of systems taken by the end of it. Assuming we can stop, prevent them from getting access to all our secret communications. No, we've got one of those already. We've got those. We've got plenty of these. I don't think I have a standard Shadowhawk. I've got that P1, but I think I maybe even sold it already. Take these for Cantina missions. And that's it. We'll send reinforcements to clear the area in a bit. For now, come back to base and let's plan our next moves. You might have won this battle, but these codebooks will ensure that the Capellan Confederation will win this war. Don't bet on it. We're now trusted with Davion, I'm glad. Again, Crusader doing good work. Team handling themselves well. You are so close to being 7 out of 8. Still going to need a little bit more work, but surely by the end of the DLC, she will be at least 7. Okay, our end briefing here, and I can already see we've got a nice little surprise waiting for us at the end. Commander, thanks for taking this debriefing with me in private. After your extraction, our support infantry moved to capture all Maskirovka facilities. Our MEO liaison has reviewed the intel collected, and we've determined that the Maskirovka was ordered to verify their prize before they would be allowed to forward the data packets up to Cyan. Thanks to your intervention, they were unable to do so. In their panic, they did the only thing that they could do to get the message off-world, transmitting the fully encrypted data packets through Comstar. Under Justin Xiang's mandates, they couldn't forward the package directly to Cyan. They needed to forward their reports to their commonality's regional capital for processing and verification. Normally, this would have been Tikhonov had we not already conquered it, so instead they were forced to transmit the packages to the capital of their neighbouring commonality. They've transmitted the codebooks to Sana. And this is where we're going to be going next. Sana, one of 5 commonality capitals within the Capellan Confederation. Tikhonov, as said here, has already been taken. But Sana, little did anyone know it yet, but was next on the chopping block for Operation Rat. It was, again, people initially thought that Hansa Davion was just trying to broaden the so-called Terran corridor that would allow his merchants, his troops, to pass by the Terran system on their way to the Leiden Commonwealth and give the two the two successor states in their burgeoning alliance better means of communicating and trading with one another. What nobody had yet realized, although they would soon in 3029, is that Hansa Davion wasn't going to stop there. He wanted to take the entire Capellan Confederation. He really meant it when he promised Melissa Steiner, when he made his promise on their wedding, that he was going to gift her the entire successor state. Little do they know that Sana is already a marked target for the 5th wave of Operation Rat. House Davion's COC has just decided that the 5th Certis Fusiliers and a pair of mercenary battalions will be the units to take Sana. The Fusiliers are already looking for some payback after the Liao ambassador to New Certis kidnapped Duke Michael Hasek Davion 15 days ago, when CID attempted to arrest the ambassador for espionage. Interesting. What is the COC? I don't know. In fact, I don't even know what CID, Criminal Investigations Department. What's COC? I don't know. It's obviously some high-ranking generals in charge of the distribution and allocation of troops to the different campaigns. Commander, I'm invoking your position within the Kestrel Lancers as a Special Operations Battlemech Company and ordering you to assemble your troops and prepare to depart for Sana on your own. With Marshal Petroza injured, she has been recalled to New Avalon to report to the MEO Director, Quintus Allard, to alert him of our situation personally. In her absence, I am needed here to secure Tigress with the rest of the 2nd and 3rd Crucis. Unfortunately, the only support I can give at the moment is a freshly repaired Zeus whose pilot was KIA during the Kurz Intruders ambush. While I'm still attempting to charter a jump ship route for this task, be ready to depart from Tigress in no more than 7 days. I'll have more information for you prior to your departure. Until you meet up with the 5th Certis Fusiliers, you will be on your own. So prepare your forces for anything and everything. Make sure you stock up on provisions from the market and begin all refits and repairs prior to leaving for Sana. We'll discuss further details when I have them. So we have a Zeus, another new mech for us, something we've not piloted before. And one glance at the weapons loadout should tell you everything you need to know about it. It's not a very good mech. It's it may be 80 tons, but it is a assault mech in all but name. It's outperformed by many of the 75-ton heavies, to be honest. And I can maybe make it a bit better with these weapons. You know what? We've been gifted them. We might as well stick an LRM-15 stream and large laser on it. In fact, look, we can upgrade it completely, if not the 85, but I think we've got one of those lying around. So let's do that, just to give it a fighting chance of not being too much of a disappointment. It's January 31st, 3029. We've come a long way. We've come, 14 years since we started this campaign. Let's have a look at our new toy, and let's also bin this. I think I have another Shadowhawk somewhere. I may have sold it already. Yeah, I've got 2 now. I can cash in for cantinas. Speaking of, I'll need to check that too. We will do something. It gave us a 15. I already forgotten what tiers they were, but it won't matter. I think it was a 15 stream. We didn't have a new AC5, but we can give you a better one anyway. This one will do. We can give you a better larger laser. I think it was a tier 4 it gave me before. And we can give you a better medium pulse laser. Not pulse, just standard medium laser. Weird distribution of weapons. One laser in the left torso and one in the center torso. You'd think both of those should be like paired. But I think that's something MechWarrior doesn't do so well. It doesn't distinguish in terms of visually between medium and large lasers. So it just ends up looking like a random allocation of little blue dots. A little bit of extra firepower, but look at that armor. It still isn't great for an 80-tonner. But it's okay. It's something. We'll spend that cash and we will easily get these guys repaired as well. 6 days. And by the time we get to Sana, much more time will have passed. The Stalker's finally ready. We might get to use it, I don't know. And I think we are more or less done. Yeah, we didn't see anything new in that final mission. So, unless there was news, which I don't think there was, we are good to go. Oh, no, Cantina missions. Enforcers, I don't know. Vulcans, I think we've only got the... Yeah, these were rubbish. And since we're not sticking around here, we'll get a new Cantina mission at the next one. I have a feeling we're about to kill a bunch of Enforcers in an upcoming mission. Some vague memory is telling me that we will see some, and I think I'm just going to check the Vulcan. Yeah, we've only got the Vajero, which we're not selling. So if that's true, I've not killed any Javelins. These two pair nicely. But it could be ages before we see them. Maybe I drop the... Damn, I'm forgetting this every time. I need to salvage fire starters as well. I don't think I've checked in the edit, and I don't think I missed any prior to now, but I think there was maybe one in that last mission. Oh, I don't know if it's worth it. We're not likely to kill 5 Enforcers, so let's just leave it here. So, last thing we need to do then is read this little outro, and then I'll make a save, and that'll be it. Commander, I've tried contacting both the COC and the Fusiliers to alert them to our plight, but since their impending invasion of Sana is considered top secret, that entire unit is operating under a communications blackout until they secure Sana, but by that time it could be too late for us. We will need to dispatch you to Sana on your own. Your mission will be to link up with the 5th Certis Fusiliers Combat Commander, General Gordon Hartstone, or the Battle Mech Regimental Commander, Colonel Anthony Harkness, and deliver this verigraphed message from myself, explaining our situation. So that's like an encrypted message, and I think it's got his like DNA stamp or something that is very difficult to emulate. Yeah, so the 5th Certis Fusiliers must be a regimental combat team if they've got a general in charge of the whole thing, and then the Battle Mech Regiment within that RCT has its separate colonel commanding it. Generals are typically within the Federated Suns Armed Forces a lower rank than their comparable or generals in other comparable successor state militaries. They typically command RCTs of lower importance, or more often the March Militia units as opposed to frontline RCTs, which tend to get a marshal in charge of them, like the 2nd Crucis Lancers. Where were we? Myself explains the situation. Once you've made contact with them, your objective on Sana is to find the location of Sana's Maskarovka headquarters and demolish it before they can decrypt the 3rd Crucis's codebooks. See if General Hartstone or Colonel Harkness can spare some forces to support you once you've made contact. Unfortunately, due to Sana's distance from hostile space, and with jumpship availability being in short supply, the best we could muster for you is a route that will take over 3 months before you arrive at Sana, and another 16 days travelling from the jump point to the planet itself. That's something MechWarrior 5 doesn't emulate, is the size of the suns within a system dictates where the jump points are going to be. The larger the sun, the greater its volume and mass. The further away you need to arrive, otherwise the gravitational forces will send things awry. But yeah, in this game, it's a standard 6 days out, 6 days in, regardless of where you are in the inner sphere. By the time you touch down, it will be almost a month after the Fusiliers have initiated their invasion of the planet. If everything goes well, by the time you reach Sana, they should have a strong foothold already established in system. Commander, until you make contact with the Fusiliers, you will be on your own with no support. So I need to ask, are you absolutely sure you have all of your mechs and equipment queued for refits during your journey? I have no idea what the situation on Sana will look like by the time you arrive, so be extra sure that you have collected all needed provisions prior to departing. Godspeed, Commander. Contact me immediately once your objective is complete. It's going to take us a third of a year to get to Sana from here. We are already set up, but I'm just going to make a save here and call it a day. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I will be back tomorrow with the final part of Operation Rat within the Kestrel Lancers DLC. I've said before there are some bonus missions we can see here, but we'll be waiting until the last of those appears in 3036 to go through them all together. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you soon for another video.